In a world where people receive death threats for things they do or don't do in a video game, where grown men complain like children and teams get fired for being assholes, three people get together to discuss it all. This is CrashCast, Episode 4.
Fairly epic intro.
Thank you, Callum. Hi guys, Shadylikeatree here, and welcome into CrashCast Episode 4. I am your lovely, wonderful directional host, Shadylikeatree, and I have with me my two usual partners in crime. Although FBI, please don't call the police on us because we didn't do any actual crime. Hi Crystal, hi
Speak for
Callum. How are
yourself.
you guys doing today?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
Good, thank you. Very well.
Crystal, you got the giggles already, and we haven't even gotten to the good parts yet.
I can't help it.
Did you like that intro?
I loved it. That was amazing.
All right. So, what have you guys been playing? Crystal, I'd like to hear from you first because I know what Callum's kind of been playing.
Okay, I've actually just started getting back into Skyrim, which is awesome. It took me forever to really get into it, and I've actually had the chance to play Elder Scrolls Online, so I kind of went back into it just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say anything about Elder Scrolls Online because we're not allowed to, but I will definitely be getting that game.
So wait, wait,
Okay.
wait, wait, wait. Did you got Elder Scrolls Online before anyone else, and you're not allowed to talk about it? Is that what I just heard?
Then it's mostly just for beta. We did a stress test. When was it? Day before yesterday, I think it was. Maybe.
Who is we? Are you a part of some organization I'm not aware of?
No.
Okay.
If I
Oh,
was, I couldn't tell you.
okay. All right. I just didn't know anything. All right. Okay.
She's part of some fantasy faction. She goes LARPing.
I'm
She's
trying to
probably
keep a mystery.
she's probably in a guild or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, Callum, what have you been playing? I know you and I just finished up a couple hours of Borderlands 2, and that game was
Borderlands?
pretty
Ooh.
fun.
Yeah, it's a lot
Pretty
of fun.
fun.
I just got Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed, which is like Mario Kart. It's an arcade racer,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's really fun. Took her around my friend's house Thursday night, and we just played split screen, and it's a lot of fun.
What did you
Check it out.
what did you get it for? Because I've been considering getting that.
I got it on Xbox.
Ooh.
Yeah, because all my friends have Xboxes and no PS3s, and I thought I'd like a game I can take out around people's houses. So
I may pick that up.
yeah, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I recommend it. I haven't
Okay.
even got into the campaign yet, but there seems to be a lot of stuff to unlock. So
Hmm.
good times. What about you, Shady? What have you been playing?
And in addition to Borderlands 2, I have been playing. I played the first couple levels of World at War, mostly because I've had this I've been watching a lot of World War II films lately, like Band of Brothers and The Pacific and Saving Private Ryan, etc. And so I've been wanting to kill me some Nazis and some Japs, hardcore. So I went and I picked up the game. It was like $8 at a local GameStop, and I played a couple levels of that until. I'll talk about this later, but I'm gonna do something else with the game. And then also yesterday in the mail, I relived a small piece of my childhood. Uh, as I think both of you are aware, I have that series Reminiscing with Shady, and I ordered Sesame Street Sports for PS1, and it came in the mail, and I played it for 4 hours yesterday.
Wow,
Dang.
Ernie has 4 levels in it, and I played all 4 levels for 4 hours.
just
Each,
them 4 levels.
just those 4 levels. Each level takes about 2.5 minutes to complete.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I did that for four
So the
hours yesterday.
replay value is immense in that game,
Immense
or
is
you
an
just really
understatement.
love that kind of thing.
Um, well, the first 2 hours was me trying to get this one little thing that I couldn't get because I was jumping and I kept forgetting to not do the jump. So that was the first 2.5 hours was trying to perfect it, and then the other 2.5 hours was just laughing and giggling and smiling until my face hurt
Well,
because
at
You
of
least you're
frightened
having
me.
fun.
oh, I was having so much fun. Uh, I yeah, I can't even all the good things that game was just awesome, and that's all I'll say about that because I'll talk more
Nice.
about that in my episode. But it was
I saw
great.
your Stuntman one. Makes me want to play Stuntman.
Oh man, that game was so damn frustrating
Yeah,
to
it's so
play.
good. So good
I
though.
figured out the problem though. I figured out the problem with it, but that game was really frustrating to play.
Hmm. Speaking of World War, do you have Call of Duty 2?
Do I?
And
No.
is there co-op in it? I can't remember if you could do online co-op.
I my first Call of Duty I ever picked up was World at War. I had it for like 2 weeks, and then I traded it in to get Call of Duty 4. And then I had Call of Duty 4 was technically my first Call of Duty. I only played to like level 7 of World at War, and I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah, I
okay.
couldn't get into that one.
So I then went back to Call of Duty 4, fell in love with 4, of course, and then Modern Warfare 2, and then everything since then I've been into and played and liked, except for Modern Warfare 3, which was a terrible game. But
Whoa,
no,
whoa, whoa! Let's not be too hasty about that.
I've never I've played the first one because it came with a free download with, I think, Black Ops 1 or something. I somehow acquired a free copy of it, and so I've played the first one all the way through. Never played the second one, and I've played maybe 25, 30 minutes of the third one.
Okay.
So the second one's the only one I've technically not ever played.
I like Call of Duty 2. It was a good game.
Okay, well, I'll have to give it a shot.
I saw a World at War for cheap in a shop, so I may pick it up eventually.
Oh, I love shooting Nazis right in the face.
I still haven't played Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4. Never played that one.
What?
What?
I
That's
know.
like everyone's favorite.
No. I have played it actually for
Oh,
like
okay.
20 minutes. 20 minutes.
It's like that one.
Um,
That one is. I mean, that one's probably second or third now. I feel like Black Ops 2 is probably my favorite one.
I went straight from Call of Duty 2 to Modern Warfare 2.
That's been a big
Then
change.
I
That's a
didn't
leap.
get. It is. I didn't get Black Ops 1. I played it, but I don't like it. Modern Warfare 3, and then got Black Ops 2. But I like Modern Warfare 3. Undeserved hate.
Undeserved my ass.
Yeah.
Come on, respect, yo.
It's awful. It's awful.
I
Yeah.
had so much fun on that game.
It's just yeah.
I have over 100 hours logged, and as I was saying to you, Crystal, I enjoyed some of it.
I enjoyed
It
the
was
single
fun.
player. I'll say that much. The
I don't think I
story
played through
was
single
fun.
player. I haven't played through apart from Call of Duty 2, haven't played through a Call of Duty single player. No point.
You're missing through so
Nah.
many great storytelling
No.
opportunities.
Yeah, just like the mission in Black Ops 2, the first mission in that, where you get shot at several times and you don't die like at all. I know it's the first mission, but
That's why you got to play on a rougher difficulty.
it's so like it just holds your hand all the way through it. I don't get how you can die in it, and it just doesn't seem interesting.
Oh, I've died plenty.
Well, maybe that just says more about you, Shady.
Maybe it does. Maybe it says more about me as a human being and as a person.
Who knows?
Who knows? Anyway, moving on. I guess good, bad, ugly. The good, we're gonna go with the GTA 5 reveal and the Ghost reveal, and we can talk about both of those separately because I know we're all kind of intrigued by this. We'll start with the GTA 5 reveal. Any thoughts on that? I know,
Awesome.
yeah, it looked sweet. Crystal, you had said that you're like, are you for sure picking it up?
Yes. If I have to go out and steal it, I'm getting it.
That was not an actual
Already
admission of a
getting
crime.
into the spirit, yeah.
But yes, that it does look awesome. I really would like to get it. The only problem is I have a time money problem right now, and I can't. I could afford it if I really, really, really wanted to play it, but I just don't think I'd have the time before Assassin's Creed comes out.
You're telling me you would dump Grand Theft Auto for Assassin's Creed?
Oh yeah,
Boats, man.
boats,
See them boats.
boats.
Something wrong with your brain.
I feel like though GTA 5 is something that since I'm not going to get a collector's edition that I can pick up around Christmas time or
Well, yeah,
after and enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, the way they're talking about the multiplayer, there's always going to be stuff added in later anyway, so it's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you're not going to be missing out because you'll be experiencing stuff for the first time as everyone else eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the multiplayer's not going to be available straight off anyway, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had heard that. I was a little like, what?
Well, it's only going to be like 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, now I was in Spoon's stream last night, and he was arguing with a subscriber, for lack of a better word, a follower, that you have to pay extra to get access to the online. Is that the case?
I haven't heard that anywhere.
No, I haven't heard that.
Okay, because I thought that didn't make any sense either. Okay, so that subscriber was crazy.
It may be because People have said that it's going to be like completely separate.
Maybe.
It's going to be set before the storyline of GTA 5, so people are thinking maybe that it's going to be, it's going to be much more its own game and going to require some subscription fees. But I haven't heard that.
I haven't heard anything about subscriptions, but I think maybe in the future there may be some tiny things that you can buy.
Mm-hmm. That would be.
Yeah.
I mean, from what they're saying right now, it's already integrated into your GTA 5 disc. It's completely free.
Yeah, they aren't just going to activate the servers until 2 weeks later, I guess. From what
I saw, it's just to gauge how many people have the game and what kind of amount of servers they need to activate or something.
Right.
Yeah. Now, am I thinking right? Is Saints Row an EA game?
I don't know because I haven't played Saints Row.
I haven't either. This is sad.
Let me have a look quick.
I'm looking. It looks like
THQ.
It's not.
That was the first few games, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it is. But anyway, that was something I think they learned from THQ
and Deep Silver.
Yeah, okay. So that was something they learned from Microsoft and EA when they had the SimCity collapse, and then what was that Xbox game that had all those issues at launch? My brain is not functioning.
Was it Warhammer or something like that?
I don't remember. I don't remember. But maybe they've learned from the SimCity at the very least mistakes, and decided that they'll just see how many people buy the game and then launch, which is I think okay because you can play the single player in that time because it looks awesome.
Yes, it does.
So the ghost reveal. Crystal, what did you think?
I really don't know what to say about it, honestly. It looks nice and it looks fun. I've seen some of the multiplayer gameplay. You can find it on YouTube and even on my blog right now. But that's one of those things that I'm just gonna have to wait and judge once I play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm most certainly intrigued, but I'm gonna hold back official. This is gonna be the greatest Call of Duty ever. This is gonna be the worst Call of Duty ever until I actually get my hands on it on the night of November the 5th. I'm excited by all the things they've done. They've added leaning, which is kind of intuitive from what Operator Perry was saying. Sliding works, all the new game types, and a lot of people have been kind of concerned because there are old game types that they didn't see, but those old game types are in the game from what I saw on the trailer. And then what was interesting, Drifter said that it looked like, or he had heard a rumor or something, that he thought there might be 12v12.
Oh, really?
Yes. I don't remember if it was a rumor or if he said the maps looked like they could hold 12v12 or what it was, but to me it seemed as though he was suggesting that it was potential 12v12 gameplay. Now I don't know if this is true. This is just something that he had mentioned in passing on either in Twitter or on one of his videos, I don't remember, but I'm intrigued. It looks good. It looks fun. It looks enough like Call of Duty, yet different, like Drifter had been saying for the last several weeks, to be a really good Call of Duty.
Yeah, I like the new game modes that they're bringing in. I like that they've added a twist to some of the classic game modes that it may be cool. I'm kind of hesitant, but they look kind of fun.
I'm going to at least try them out, and now whether or not I stick with them or go back to regular Domination, TDM, Kill Confirmed, I don't know. But Cranked looked interesting to say the least. A lot of the kill streaks I saw looked balanced and pretty cool. I know there were some people complaining about that. Was it the Juggernaut one where you run really fast and take a lot of damage and then you knife people?
Maniac Killer.
Maniac. That, a lot of people are saying that seemed overpowered, but they've got time to balance that between now and November.
Well, I saw footage of who was it used it? I can't remember. Was it Optic Nade or Optic Hex? No, it might have been. Okay.
They used what?
Blade? Maybe, I don't know. They got the Maniac Killer,
but it was Gold Glove, I think.
I don't think it was him or I saw, but he may have done that as well, probably.
I saw Gold Glove use it, and it might have been Hex. I think I watched Hex's video.
Yeah.
He might have.
But there was only like 4 or 5 kills before they got killed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, because I thought Juggernaut in Modern Warfare 3 was quite OP to an extent. But doesn't take away from the fact that that is a great game. Nah, I understand there's issues with it, but I don't know. Ghost looks interesting. Not interesting enough to buy and launch for me. I haven't got any Call of Duty on launch ever. I don't think. I've always waited till Christmas because it tends to go down. And
Christmas noob.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm somewhat of a decent player, so I tend to be better than most of the Christmas noobs. So I kind of like, fuck off, Christmas noob. I am one of you. But it looks okay. Nothing special, I don't think.
I did pre-order on Amazon the Prestige Edition.
Did you?
I did.
How much did that set you back?
$199.98.
Why?
Shit, dude.
Why would you do this?
Because I wanted it.
What did you get with it?
You get the game, the steel case, the album. Hold on, let me look this up. You get like the game, the steel case, the album. You get the season pass. Here it is. I'm calling it up right now. Okay, so you get the 1080p camera, which is from the in-game equipment. I don't really care about that. You get a season pass for all 4 DLC map packs, and then you get some additional like Call of Duty. This is better. You get some additional bonus edition digital content. You get a new player background. You get the soundtrack. You get the player patch and the player card. You get a paracord strap, which is what the camera sits on your head with. You get the free fall dynamic bonus map, season pass. I think I already said that. The camera case and the steel booklet.
You could have pre-ordered just the game, and then pre-ordered GTA 5.
I could have.
And then you may have had enough to buy a pretty decent snack or something to enjoy while you played.
I actually did have the collector's edition of Saints Row ordered, but I changed my mind because, or not Saints Row, GTA 5, because I thought, I might actually play that. But then I remembered that GTA 3 and Vice City did not go very well for me, and so I thought against it. But I will probably pick it up around Christmas or the New Year, depending on time and money, and if I've beaten everything else and what's coming out in March.
You better get it, because I will find you.
Yeah, and I should mention that I did get Prestige Edition for PS4, which is why I ordered it through Amazon and not through GameStop, like I do normally.
Well, all right, then there you go.
Because they promised me delivery on the same day for free, and GameStop was going to charge me $30 plus tax on the thing. So it would have been an additional $50 to get it from GameStop on the day I wanted it.
And GameStop's a ripoff anyway.
Yeah. I agree, but I like to go there for the people.
Yeah, GameStop's getting sued.
Are they really? For what?
Yeah, I think it's to do with used games and crap like that. Let me have a quick look. Total Biscuit did a video, part of his content patch. Let me have a look quick.
Oh, it's the same guy who sued Subway over their length of their. This is that. Wow, over DLC.
Yeah, it's to do with something. He thinks it's a good thing, Total Biscuit. Like, this person should win. But let me have a quick look. Deceptive trading practices. So, from what I hear, it's to do with selling a used game for new pricing or something. Yeah. The suit alleges 3 South Jersey stores sold used games at a higher price than new. Which sucks, really.
Yeah, but I don't really think you can sue for that, because who's to say that a used game has less value than a new game?
I think that's just kind of...
I mean, I agree.
A cultural way of thinking. New is more expensive than
Well, I mean,
used.
I would agree that, maybe that might not necessarily be right, but what if you got a copy or something from someone who had played it that was famous? Does that make the value go up or down?
It makes the value go up.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I'm not saying that GameStop said that, but still, you're going to be able to charge whatever you want to charge for games. I mean, on Amazon, there's used versions of things that are more expensive than new versions all the time on there. On especially like older model PlayStation games. I've seen that a
Yeah.
lot.
Well, I don't know. All I know is they're being sued, and
But yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's unlucky for them. Used prices should be less than new,
Mm-hmm.
unless played by a
Or
celebrity.
someone cool, I guess.
Yes.
So
I'll play your games for you. You can sell them for $5 more. It's fine.
that'd be great. I do that all the time. So then I guess moving on to the bad. This was a story that you covered on your blog, Crystal. Why don't you go ahead and mention that name? We'll give you a shameless self-promotion.
My blog name?
Yes.
It is called PhenoixDownnn, and you can check it out at heyckm.wordpress.com.
Awesome. So Epsilon was the official team name at the start of the event. But from all my reading, it was basically the old Impact team was just being sponsored by this company named Epsilon. And they did some very bad trash talking, and I will try to remember to link the video in question below. And if I remember correctly, Crystal, they got fired
Mm-hmm.
by Epsilon for this video. And I mean, there's some. I mean, it's one thing to trash talk your opponents, but when you start talking bad to the fans, then
Yeah.
then it's a completely new problem. And I feel like they would have gotten a slap on the wrist for what they said to the other team, who I don't remember who it was. But when they started talking about the fans, like this one guy's like said something to the effect of like, "Yeah, you're here watching me. I'm up here on stage. You're down there watching. You're just watching. Yeah, you paid to watch me play a video game and all this." And I'm like, dude, if you said that, like if I said that to my boss, if I said to my boss, or if I said to a customer in front of my boss, "Oh, well, you can't complain about what's in the paper because." I work here and you're just a citizen and you made the news and I did and I just wrote what was out there and you pay for the paper, so suck it up,
Yeah.
I would get fired so quick to talk about. I mean, it would be too quick to talk about my firing. It would be so quick.
Yeah.
And I,
And I mean, trash talking is necessary, I think. I mean, especially toward the other team, because it is a good tactic. You get into your opponent's heads and then they play bad, and that's just the way it goes. But they definitely crossed a line, and obviously by starting to shout things at the fans, yeah, that's just not good. I don't care who you are. It's dumb.
Douches.
You are a douchebag. And what was even, I say it's funny, because they all kind of deserve it. But the captain, Parasite, who was the one who started yelling at the fans and everything, got on Twitter and dropped the rest of his team. He's actually on Unite now, I think, which is a completely different team. But he dropped the rest of his team, saying that he couldn't play with people that acted that way.
what?
Yeah, so number one,
Okay.
you're a douche, and number two, you're a hypocritical douche. So you have fun playing games, and we'll continue to watch and make fun of you.
that's
Wow. But
that's
it says a lot about certain Call of Duty players, because this is the kind of thing you hear online.
Exactly, and it is. It's like the epitome of your
Oh,
childish Call of Duty players. He would have been the first one that I would have muted in the middle of a game.
okay, I know who he is. Yeah, he was the one who started talking bad about the fans.
Hmm.
Okay.
And when you're dissing your fans, that's when you know you're a
You're a,
douche.
you're a douche.
Well,
Yes.
there's two things you have to remember anyway if you're on a pro team. Number one, you don't diss your fans, and you
They're your
don't diss your sponsors.
yeah, and they did both.
So I mean, they deserve it.
Okay. I just when I saw that I was like this can't be like a real thing. Like I don't understand. And then boom, turn around not a minute later it happened.
It had to have been an immediate decision too, because that article on Epsilon's page came up so fast.
Oh yeah, they had to been like, "Oh, this is just not good at all."
Yeah. So, I mean, and from what I can remember, I think when they took on Impact at the very beginning, I'm pretty sure they were even, they
That's
even
right.
told them,
They
look,
yeah, they did. They warned them. They said you can't be how you've been in the past. It's just not
yeah.
good.
and then they went and did it anyway. So that just shows you their kind of character as people in general, in my opinion. So good for them. I would have dropped them too.
So moving along, Callum's Wi-Fi, it seems, just died on him, so he's going to join the call again shortly. But we wanted to talk about, too, the death threats that several game makers and decision makers have received. Most notably, David Vonderhaar, he received so many threats and I mean, some of them are just why you changed the snipers, Vonderhaar, why you do this, go die. And some of them were more like, I'm going to bury your family out back of your house because I know where you live and here's your address and I'm going to bury you up to your neck and then like put a bag over your head and suffocate you to death kind of things. And then also, is her name Stephanie Hepler? She was with Dragon Age, and then Steven, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name, T, from Microsoft, has also received similar threats online, and this is ridiculous. This is why this goes into the ugly category, because this is outrageous. It's a video game. Like, seriously.
It worries me, the fact that these kind of threats they're becoming so loud that it's affecting the way that people work, to the point where they're going to quit, and then who's going to make all the games that we enjoy?
Mm-hmm.
And as someone like us who's trying to get into the industry, you do your commentaries and I write, it's difficult to want to continue to move forward and try to get involved with all this when this is pretty much what we have to look forward to.
Yeah. I had my montage go live, and I had Gassy tweeted it out. Gassy Mexican tweeted it out, and I would say that half the comments were positive, like, "Oh, this was really cool. This was different," or whatever they had to say. I really enjoyed this. And then the other half were, "Why you do this? I could do this so easily, like in my sleep. I could do all of this in one night without any sleep or practice or whatever." And so. I just kind of ignored those, but then there was this one guy who was like, I could really do this better, and I'm gonna do this right now, and he's like talking all this game about how he got two quads with a sniper, which I don't think you can even do anymore. Uh, and he's like talking about all this, and he has no videos on his channel, and he's like, I'm gonna make a video tonight. And I'm like, okay, you do it. And of course, here it is a week later, no video has been made. I anticipate would never. I anticipate await his never making this video. So yeah, and I mean that's not a death threat, but I just think people on the internet they feel protected and safe by this invisible force field that is their computer.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree.
And hey, there's Callum. And they just don't care what they say. And I feel like there's no repercussions. I mean, there's things on the law for an internet death threat, but like the amount of death threats there are and the amount of people on the internet, it's just so hard to police. I don't think it's possible.
Well, I think the law kind of looks at it the way that I do. And when you see things like that, you immediately think, oh, well, this is just a young kid trying to be funny.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you teach kids that, oh, this is a serious thing, and if you say this to someone on the internet, there are consequences instead of just being like, oh, this is just some stupid young kid. I think the minute that 15-year-old kids start getting into some trouble, I'm not saying put them in prison. I'm not saying taking them to jail. I'm saying do lots of community service, do some good in the world. Maybe then they'll be like, oh crap, this is like a big deal.
I think even just having like a police person calling and being like, hey, look, we've received your messages, and if you continue to do this, then this will happen. I think that'll be enough to open their eyes and kind of say, oh, I'm not as anonymous as I thought it was.
Yeah, I mean, if people can get tracked, like I knew one of my friends when he was when he was doing the kind of public YouTube thing, he actually backtracked one of his trolls and said, I know where you live, here's your address, and all of this. And then he said, look, stop this, or I will call the police on you.
Mm-hmm.
And he did all of this, and I guess it stopped, but he doesn't upload anymore because of things like that, and he just didn't want to deal with it. But this is just so stupid, for lack of a better word, that it like I was like, really, David Vonderhaar needs to have a bodyguard at all times? Like, is he that scared? Like, and it might just be like a safety thing for his company because they don't want the liability of someone like trying to stab him or something. But like, Drifter was saying that he's met Vonderhaar 3 times or 2 times, and both times he's been with a bodyguard, and one of the times he had 2 bodyguards.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's understandable because like I've seen in the news a couple times about there was a like 40-year-old guy or something like that, and he went to a 16-year-old's house
Yes,
and
I
stabbed
remember the
him.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing about
So
that.
you can never take this community
Too
too lax
lightly.
about it. Yeah, exactly. It's you can't be sure which nutcase is the
Well,
one saying this stuff. So
that's what's so scary about it, especially when you're wanting to get into the industry. Because, I mean, like I said, most of the time it's kids who just don't know any better. But that what if factor really kind of plays into your fears. So it's scary. Either way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not ever scared by it because I think it's for 3 reasons. One, because I'm not the kind of person to think about it all that much. Like the minute I leave YouTube, I kind of like leave YouTube on the internet. Like I don't think about the people so much as I think about video games, um, or like what I'm about to play.
Mm.
But um, I think about like when I'm on there, I'll think I may see that comment, but like outside of that guy on my montage, I couldn't tell you any other people who have given me hate or when I've received hate or even how much because I don't remember and I forget about it and don't care. And I'm sure once I've moved on from trying to get my montage to 2,000 views in a week, I will completely forget about this guy and never remember him unless I happen to go back to the video.
Right.
And I may even delete his comments just because I don't want that to be on my video.
Yeah.
And I may actually do that after we get off the call.
All of you trolls need to stop.
Yes.
Stop it.
Stop.
go back under your bridge.
Thou shalt not pass.
You are on my shit list.
Yeah. Even though I'm the kind of person that like if you were to say those things to me in real life, I would probably beat your face in. Like over the internet, I just have to be like, you know what? This is probably just some stupid kid, and what he says doesn't matter, and he's probably going to die in a fire at 19.
All right.
So
Well, the thing is,
that's my mental process for when someone says something.
I was on Reddit and it was about times when you've met a bully later on in life, once you've grown up as adults, and a lot of these bullies seem to be sorry for what they had done, and I'm guessing it's the Call of Duty community, which the average age is probably between 13 and 18. Um, I'm sure a lot of it's just stupid little kids who will hopefully grow out of it, but who knows? It's just stupid. I don't see the need for it.
Well, there is no need, and it's still it's a minority. I mean, the majority of people, hopefully, please don't prove me wrong on this, are actually really mature and enjoyable to talk to. But that minority is so loud
Yeah.
Yeah.
that it just
There's really 3 kinds of people. There's the people that don't have mics or don't use their mics. And then there's the people that like if you talk to them, they're totally chill and totally cool, and you can be like talking to them about whatever. And then there's the kind of people. Well, there's really 4 types now that I think about it. There's the kind of people that are just like, shut up or I don't know you, and then they make fun of you. And then there's the kind of people that just like go like completely off the deep end of just hate and evilness. And those are the people that make the death threats.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Sorry, but changing the camo on your gun does not give you the right to kill someone.
no.
Sorry.
But I got gold.
Callum.
You took away my gold. I'm gonna kill you.
I can do nothing but shake my head at that. I really
Well,
can't.
the thing I do, if there's a person who's being obnoxious in the lobby, even if they're on my team, I'll just hassle them for the rest of the game. Most of the time they're snipers. I don't know if that's just because a lot of the douchey kids try to be quick scopers. Probably. So I just get in their line of view all the time, and that seems to be quite fun.
Troll.
That's great.
But I don't put my mic on that often, not unless I'm actually playing with someone. I don't want to talk to randoms.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think that that's the case in my situation too.
It's just square mute all.
Square mute all. So, moving on, I guess, to our kind of fourth topic, our first kind of main topic for discussion today. What makes a gamer a gamer? Um, this is something that I was thinking about, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago when we decided that we were going to do an episode today. Um, I had some really interesting kind of things happen where I was listening to, was it C Nanners? It was C Nanners, I think. And he was talking about labels and how he doesn't like to say that he's a gamer because he's so much more than that. But I think I kind of disagree because I think that we're not labeling him just as a gamer, or we're not labeling ourselves or anyone just as a gamer, but we're labeling you in a community, or we're putting you in a community of people.
Thing is, he makes his money from video games and playing
Right.
video games. So to me,
Well,
that makes
he
him a
wasn't
gamer.
arguing that he wasn't a gamer. He just was arguing that he didn't like the label because he did so much more than that. That he skateboards, that he likes culture, that he does all the. He listed several things that he likes to do other than that. That was his argument. Wasn't that he wasn't a gamer. It's that he is
Yeah.
defined, but he is not defined by it, and that there are other things that he does and likes to do and
Well,
chooses to do.
that's the thing, but I don't think you can read into it too much. Like if
Mm.
I was seeing Anna's, wouldn't read into it too much. I mean, if you had a friend who was a lawyer, you'd say, "Oh, you're a lawyer." You know, he might be a skateboarder, but you're going to call him a lawyer. If somebody is a soccer player, which is more akin to like what playing video games might be, say, you're going to say, "Oh, look, he's the soccer player." It's not he's the person who likes to go out and pick strawberries,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing.
Well, plus he needs to
Um,
remember that the people that he's talking to come to watch him play video games. So that would be like me jumping into this podcast saying, "I'm not a writer. You know, I'm a writer, but I don't want you to think me as a writer, even though I'm inviting you to my blog to read
yeah,
about video games."
don't
Mm-hmm.
call me a writer now. Just leave me alone. I need to go do some writing.
Right.
So I guess what kind of with the question, what so something I read somewhere like 83% of people either have played a video game or play a video game regularly. But what makes someone a gamer?
Um,
And maybe I can take a stab in the dark because I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I think a gamer is someone who not only games with others, but games by themselves, sets aside time in their week, month, year to game, and also someone who doesn't passively game, i.e., game while you're pooping or game while you're on the train.
Uh,
okay. I think okay. I don't
Because
consider
my
myself to.
like for instance, I'll give it for instance. Like my mom plays solitaire sometimes, but
Yeah,
my mom doesn't seek out time in her week to play solitaire. She doesn't. She doesn't go to solitaire conventions. She doesn't. Um,
I guess
she doesn't not do other things because she's playing solitaire.
that's like a pastime. You know, she would play that if it was a board game or something like that. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. Well, I guess a gamer is just somebody whose main hobby is gaming, I suppose, or someone who's like Crystal. You're obviously a gamer because your blog is about gaming. So,
I
um,
think maybe if it's more of a lifestyle than just a random choice.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I think I could get on board with
yeah,
that. That
exactly.
it's
I probably watch more YouTube videos than I actually do game most of the time. Just because I'm out and about sometimes when I'm around my girlfriend's house, I don't have a game system, so I watch YouTube videos of gaming. But when I'm home, I'll play video games or I'll play guitar. Do I consider myself a gamer over a musician? I don't know. No, probably not. I don't think so. I put more time and effort into being a musician than being a gamer. Um, I guess it's the kind of thing where do you see yourself as male or female? Everyone should have a choice.
Mm.
I
You
like
know,
that.
if you don't want to be called a gamer, just say it, and I won't call you a gamer.
Okay, I like that. That's good. I think that's
Equality for everyone.
I think that's an applicable way of thinking about it. I've never thought about it like that. So,
So
yeah.
CNanus comes out and says, "I don't want to be
No,
known as a gamer."
he didn't come out and say that I don't want to be called a gamer.
Yeah, I guess it's just, he
In
wants to
an
be known.
interview with a news organization where they talked about they asked him several questions, but one of the questions was, do you consider yourself a gamer? And then he said he didn't really like labeling himself as a gamer because he's so much more. Was virtually what he said, not
Yeah,
word for word, but
I guess it's just a label. He doesn't like being labeled in general. Probably if he was just called a skateboarder, he'd probably have a problem with that as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
okay.
I can see where it's coming from.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to be defined by one thing either.
No, but then again, how we don't know CNanus. I don't know him personally. I mean, you've met him in person, haven't you, Shady?
Yeah, we hung out. We hang out at PAX for a few hours. He seemed pretty chill.
Yeah. So, to
I mean,
me,
I don't know him well enough to say that I know him like above being chill and kind of sitting next to him at a table while we had lunch.
yeah,
I can't
it's
say I
like
know him any more than that, but I mean,
he's an internet personality who's known for his gaming. So, in the world of the internet, he is known as a gamer. If I'd got to know him as a person, as a friend, I wouldn't call him a gamer. Just my 2 cents.
interesting.
Amen.
So I guess moving along, something that I did not actually hear for myself, but apparently LOL, League of Legends, is now recognized as a sport. Um, I both laugh and wonder at this. I'll have to take your guys' thoughts because I don't really have a whole lot to say about it, um, other than it's intriguing to say the least.
Okay. So, what does this mean? I haven't read up much about it. But I'm guessing it's just to do with visas,
Yeah,
isn't
basically,
it? The right to live in the US.
the
Um,
U.S. has officially recognized League of Legends as a sport. So basically,
yeah.
these pro players have the chance to have visas that will enable them to compete and earn money elsewhere. Kind of like being a pro player, like in the NFL or the NHL. You're basically considered a pro athlete.
Okay. And yeah, that's fair enough, isn't it? I guess because you're in a competitive setting, earning money. There are sponsors. It's televised. Well, not televised, but it's streamed live out to thousands of people. Um,
They're making their money with it, so why not?
yeah, exactly. So people are, oh, it's not a sport because they're sat down at a computer. Well, I wouldn't want to be sat down at a computer for hours at a time on the same game. Like LOL. Do the games go quite long in LOL? I haven't played it.
I've
This is
seen
the
games
problem.
go like I Drifter played it once I think and it was like 15 minutes and then I've seen like 30
Oh,
40
really?
minute games too. It just depends on how good everyone is, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like StarCraft. I was surprised that was huge. I mean, I think that's bigger in Asia
Yeah.
and like Korea than it is in the US. But I'm guessing it's just an up and coming thing. LoL is huge, and it tends to be the thing that is getting the most viewers in on Twitch. So fair enough for them.
Yeah.
I mean, is this going to move over to Call of Duty, MLG?
I don't know. I don't know. That was one question that I asked when all of this was blowing up everywhere, and I really don't know. I think it depends on the games.
Yeah, of course. It probably depends on the money as well. Maybe because how did they decide that LoL was a game that was going to be
I
recognized?
would guess that it's because League has a much more international following,
Mm-hmm.
and that was probably a major factor in why it was chosen over any other game, because LoL is much more prevalent in Asia and Europe than say Call of Duty is in Asia.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Because Call of Duty sells best in America and then some European countries, but a lot of places have it devalued and have things changed because it's very pro America and they don't want pro America.
I kind of wonder if it's the type of game too, because you have League of Legends, which is very more strategical compared to the fast-pacedness and the casual setting that Call of Duty carries.
Yeah,
I mean, competitive gaming in Call of Duty, it's been around for a little while if you pay attention to it, but compared to the expansion that League of Legends has brought into competitive gaming, it's tiny.
Yeah. Is that? I guess that's more because Call of Duty tends to be console over League of Legends, which is more of a PC game,
And
along with
yeah, that's true
StarCraft.
too. And coming into play with Microsoft being the one to host these Call of Duty tournaments versus Sony and everything, and you know, League of Legends, you have your PC and you don't really have to. You know, you have your PC and you want to play, then you can play. But if I want to play competitive Call of Duty and get into the MLG scene, then I'd have to get an Xbox.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that plays into it as well. I don't know.
Holy shit! This guy, Alex Sung, a top-ranked hardcore gamer from China, has earned over $200,000 playing in 5 tournaments this year.
I couldn't even imagine.
Jesus Christ!
What would you do with that money? Because like you can't really spend it because you spend all your time playing. I mean, I feel like you'd have to save a good chunk of that because there just wouldn't be the time to go to the amusement park or buy different games or play different games or buy cable or have a
I
lot of
guess
time.
in most of it, where do they do like the tournaments? Are the tournaments
They're
like just go around the country?
Yeah, but I feel like if you have a sponsor, that would probably pay for your travel,
Yeah, they probably pay for that. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
and
I
if you're
mean,
bringing in that kind of money, then they're probably paying first class as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know.
judging from this picture, sunglasses. It looks like he bought some sunglasses and some weird outfits. They look like sheriff uniforms.
hmm.
That's odd.
Weird.
I would buy me a car even if I wasn't able to drive in it everywhere. I'd buy me a really nice car.
You could get a driver.
I could get a job, but I still want a car. Well, I can
Yeah, but
afford
you could
both.
buy a car with a driver.
Well, then that's probably what. Can I be a professional gamer, please? I would play really well. I love money.
How would you feel if they were like, you can be a professional gamer, but the only game you can play is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3?
How much money am I
Yeah, that
making?
was gonna be my how much money.
Um,
uh,
ooh, okay. Judging this guy's got 200,000 playing in 5 tournaments this year. So
you
let's
know,
say in your first year you'll get 40,000. Okay, but after that it will double every year onwards.
but I could
I,
only play Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
man,
I don't know. That's a
I feel
toss up.
like I could because I feel like after 4 years it would be 80, 160. It would be 320,000 in the fourth
Yeah.
year,
But
and
after
then
4 years, it won't go up anymore. Let's say that.
okay,
Because that's just getting to crazy kind of
man.
amounts of money.
I feel like though what you could do is you could play until you're just done playing it, like for I mean, because
Just play
like
for retirement.
you
But you
play
have to think
play
though. I could play for those 4 years and then save up all this money and then just retire.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
retire and play whatever you wanted. I feel like I would do that. I
Yeah,
feel like I'd
think
play
about
for
it.
like
Yeah.
eight or 9 years, and then I'd be like, okay, I've made enough money, I can retire now, and then I quit, and then I
Okay.
play all the stuff I missed, and then catch up. I'd
On the
literally play video
contract,
games all day.
as well is for them 4 years. Well, and for as long as you want to go for, that can be the only game you can play, even as a hobby at home.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Only Modern Warfare
I'm
3.
on board.
With that money, yeah, I'd probably do it.
Wow, you guys, you sell yourselves out.
Good. That is
Don't
not a
even like
sellout.
Black Ops.
That is making money by shooting fake people. And even though it sucks, there's still the money.
It can be fun. Come on, guys. Come on, you guys.
It's still better than a lot of jobs.
Yeah, very true.
True.
Very, very true.
All right, so moving on to the next topic. We wanted to talk about Molyneux and the Xbox One and how he said that basically the hate the Xbox One and Microsoft kind of in turn have been receiving was unfair.
Bullshit.
Okay, pretty quick on that one.
I really just think he needs to just go change his diaper.
Well,
But
you're talking to the guy that created Fable that, made his success in Microsoft, so he's probably up their ass right now.
well, okay. The thing I found with the hate against the Xbox One, a lot of it was people who were never going to buy it because they were always going to buy the PS4 anyway. Um, so I think a lot of the hate was unfair because it was judged on a group of people who had no interest of buying it. They They were just bashing it and bashing it and bashing it. It wasn't. I mean, yeah, there was obviously a huge amount of people who own Xbox 360s that wanted something similar to that, but because of the unfairness, a lot of good features were missed out on it. So, you know, now we've just got the same old console. That's how I see it. And he was saying about, always online. And the thing about Xbox One, it wasn't always online. It was Total Biscuit, but it was phoning home 24 hours. And that was how, because you said, Crystal, about they took out the digital sharing as, a kind of kick in the teeth because people were, bashing their feet on the ground. They took it out because there was no way of monitoring that. No way of monitoring because you could put the game on your hard drive and then sell it at GameStop, and if there was no always online, no phoning home, you'd still have it on your hard drive. Mm-hmm. That was what it was going to be used for. And the fact that you could have done that, you could have every game you got, you can put on your hard drive, and then wherever you sign in the world, you can download it. That would have been great. That would have been great for a lot of people. Yes, there were people who wanted, they don't have access to the internet all the time. That's fine. But that might be less than 1% of the amount of people that buy it. Is that enough people to stop the machine, to stop the development of that? I don't think it is. If 99% of your people do have access to the internet, whether it be good or bad internet, essentially it was going to be a Steambox before Steambox. So that's just what I think. It's a shame that there hasn't been any innovation now.
Yeah, I like the idea of innovation, and I do see their point. I mean, the future with all internet and being connected 24/7, I mean, I would enjoy that because of what I do, obviously. But you're talking about a company that's in a race, but they're running a little bit too fast, and now everyone else has to kind of catch up. We're not ready for that right yet.
Yeah, this is a classic case of putting the cart before the horse, because I live in America here in Ohio, and there's a lot of places where there's no good internet, and there's no internet at all here in Ohio. And I mean, this is the seventh or eighth most populous state in the union, I think. Um, and there are places where you can't get good internet and you can't get consistent internet. Like when I worked in this town called Logan, there were some of the outer skirts of that county, which it's Hocking County, where they would have internet for like 3 or 4 hours a day, and then they wouldn't be able to get it for the rest of the day because of whatever reason. I never really got an answer on that.
Well, that would have been fine for them then, because if you phone home in that 24 hours, in that 3 and 4 hours, they check
when
in.
does the Xbox phones home at a set time, doesn't it?
I think you can set the time, but
But
I
the
think
thing
you
is,
tether it to your phone.
the thing about that was it was never the same time, so there would be no way to coordinate that.
Well, okay. Well, if there was, it would have been better.
I mean, granted, that's a small portion, but that's just one of the things. And two, I'm all for them doing this. When everyone has really great internet and it's super consistent, because at my house, my internet goes down all the time for short periods of time, long periods of time. I mean, we had a server, not a server, we had a service issue about 3 or 4 months ago, where the internet would just go down for like 8 or 9 or 10 hours randomly.
Ugh.
And then come back up randomly, and then go down again randomly. And you wouldn't be able to play your Xbox if it went down during the day and then it came up while you were asleep. And I mean, that happened a bunch of times. But I mean, we're not there yet. We're close on the whole, always on the you got to check in every 24 hours. But I think if they want to make you on the front where you said about how they can buy the game and then put it on the hard drive and then sell it, well then just make them put the game in every time they play it, and they can run it from their hard drive, but so long as they have the game in the system, then it's fine.
Well,
why not do that?
Because some people don't like the noise that the disc makes. Some people prefer it to be quiet. We don't know how loud it's going to be. That was why obviously they were doing you could only trade it in at specified retailers trading points, because then obviously they would revoke your pass for that game. That was also a thing that people got very butthurt about you can't sell your games. Well, you could sell your games. You just have to go to a certain place because how do we know you haven't put it on your hard drive?
Well, actually, I think it was that you couldn't buy them from those places and be guaranteed that you could play it.
Well, yeah, because that's why they
Because
need
I mean,
people that.
who's going to stop you from going to the mom and pop place and selling your game and then reselling it? There's not going to be a Microsoft official at the door saying you can't sell this here. And if there is, I'll just punch him in the face and walk in the store. But
Well, no, but you got to think.
To say whoever would buy that would not be able to get online without paying that whatever fee they were going to charge. They never really said. I think is.
I'm just playing devil's advocate because I think it's because I was really, I was on the side of the hate at first, but then I got thinking, well, would it have been so bad? I wasn't going to buy it anyway.
Oh,
I was going to buy the
I was
PS4.
seriously considering it.
Are you considering it now?
No, I made up my mind.
But why? They've changed it. They've changed it all, Shady.
Well, because of the price point.
Okay.
When the price point was released, that was kind of like, well, the Xbox had at that point they had already flipped on some of the things when I went to pre-order it, and I was like, my two concerns were, well, they flip once, they can flip again, and two, a lot of my friends are getting the PS4 already, and they've told me that, and they've got it pre-ordered, and then three, it was, well, I'd rather have Uncharted, Infamous, etc. than Halo and Call of Duty earlier.
Yep.
No,
that's fine.
That was what it ended up being. But I mean, I was heavily considering it because I'm like, oh well, it looks good. It seems like, I mean, I have an Xbox 360, I have a PlayStation 3. All the things considered, but it came down to games, price point, and what my friends were getting. And had my friends mostly gone the other way, it would have probably been a tougher decision because what is it, $100 I think is the price difference. Isn't Xbox 500 instead of 400? Anyone?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That might have made a difference, but for me, deciding between the two systems, it was like, well, I'll just go with PlayStation because it's cheaper, one, and then two, as I said, my friends are on it, and I'd rather play Infamous and Uncharted and Last of Us and things of that nature versus what the Xbox has to offer with Halo.
Yeah.
And the Gears of War and the other games. I'm just saying Halo because it's the first one. Yeah. There are, I'm sure, tens of other good ones that I haven't played that I even have because I've played Gears that I just have no interest in getting or playing right now. I'll come back.
I'd say your opinion of it, you don't have an unfair view on this. You have a reason why you don't want to buy it. But there's a lot of people who the only reason they're not going to buy it now is because of what's gone on before. But they've changed it back. They've changed it to the system that people wanted in the first place. And there's still a lot of people that are unwilling to purchase it. So what's the point of them changing stuff in the future if people aren't going to buy it anyway?
Well, I think a lot of people are and I'm kind of in this boat. I don't trust Microsoft now.
Mm-hmm.
Because what's to say that, the system comes out, everyone buys it, it's a year later, and they don't change their mind? And so you've invested $500, and you've done all of these things, and you've said, oh well, we're gonna do what you want, and then they go and they say, aha, food, you foo, and they make it everything that they said they were gonna do it at launch.
Well, there's no way they're gonna do that just from a company PR standpoint.
Yeah, you're looking at a lawsuit if anything like that happens.
You can't do that. And I think.
And two, when a lot of that stuff, when I heard a lot of the rumors about it, when I heard a lot of PlayStation rumors, my initial reaction was, that can't be true. But every Xbox rumor, my first reaction wasn't, that can't be true. It was, well, that could be true because of the things they've done.
Yeah.
And that kind of played a part in it. But I mean, I was actively pro and conning. I had a sheet where I wrote out the pros and cons for both systems and compared them and contrast them, and I did a Venn diagram, and I did all of this stuff to try to decide on which one I was going to get. I spent some hardcore time on this.
I worry about you.
I would worry. I mean, it's $500. I mean, it's what I would spend on a girlfriend in a year.
You'd probably spend that on the next Call of Duty Prestige release.
Actually I did the math. I'm spending $1,118 this fall on video game related stuff.
Jesus Christ.
Lord, dude.
This is expensive shit.
Because I'm getting the Call of Duty Prestige Edition. That's $200. I'm getting the Assassin's Creed Collector's Edition. That's $135, I think, with tax. I'm getting the Watch Dogs Collector's Edition. That's $135 with tax. I'm getting the PlayStation 4, and I'm also going to need to get PlayStation Plus when that comes out. And I'm buying an extra controller. And it all came out to like $1,180 some with everything included.
Your bank account hates you.
It does, but I'm still saving for PAX, and I'm positive about this. I'm positive that it's going to happen. But I have most of it paid off already because I've been smart in saving my money.
Well, good for you. I have none.
So, but yes. So, I guess moving on, we have our lovely conclusion section here where we're going to share some shout outs for some things that we're kind of excited for the upcoming weeks or week, because I'm not sure when we're going to do our next episode. We haven't really decided yet. But we're on the verge of TV season. I'm excited about that. It comes out next month. We have a lot of our new shows starting. VGHS is halfway through. As is the newsroom, and Dexter is almost done. I'm kind of excited about all of these things. I'm excited to do my World of War Let's Play in the coming week or weeks. And I'm really excited for lunch because I'm really hungry.
Me too.
So I'm going to get some food as soon as we are finished. Crystal, what are you excited for?
What am I excited for? Well, everything that we really talked about, Grand Theft Auto, all that stuff, I'm really excited for. But I am way more excited to hear more information about Dragon Age Inquisition. That is the top. Duh. That is the top game on my list before everything. That is the game that I want, and it's awesome. So that's my shout out.
Okay, well, I just got Sonic, so I'm going to start playing that through the campaign and unlock an extra 25 characters or something I have to unlock. Yeah, there's a lot. So I'm going to be playing that. Going to be trying to get some more time in on Black Ops 2. Hopefully me and you will play some Borderlands 2, Shady. Crystal, you can jump in as well. We can get free player action going on.
Woo woo.
We can do this. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. What else is happening? Like Crystal, GTA 5. That's interesting. Can't wait to see some more stuff about that. So yeah.
GTA Online is going to be amazing.
It's going to be incredible. I don't know what system to get it on there.
I don't know.
I really don't.
All of them.
No, because I'd like to get it on PS3, because obviously if you guys get it, then we could have some super fun times. But then all of my other friends here have Xboxes. So it's going to be a tough decision.
We're cooler, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to make a case. I'm going to make you both audition.
Oh, okay. God.
Audition for my fun times.
All right. So you guys you're going to be playing some of that. What am I going to be playing soon? I'll probably play some World at War. Like I said, I'm excited about that. And some more Sesame Street Sports. Some Black Ops 2 probably in the next week, and then maybe some more older games to get some of my more dusty Reminiscing with Shady games taken care of.
Sounds like a plan.
Crystal, what are you going to be playing the next week?
Probably more Skyrim. Skyrim's heavy on my list right now.
I hated that game so much.
See, what's weird is I liked it in the beginning, and then I got really bored with it really fast, and now I'm in love with it. So it was kind of a weird process.
My process is, I think, just as weird. I really liked it until I died and realized I hadn't saved, and then I hated it and returned it immediately. I feel like I've told...
no autosave?
Apparently mine wasn't turned on because I played for 3 hours, and then I died, and I'm like, oh, well, I'll just go back to the last save point. And the last save point was the very beginning of the game where I had to redo the opening cinematic that takes like 20 minutes. And I'm like, nope. Turned off my system immediately, pulled the game out, put the game in the box, and drove to GameStop without even putting on shoes.
Oh.
So it can't have been that good up to that point then. If you were
I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was like, I'm not starting over these 3 hours.
Yeah.
to play it again. So I mean, yeah, I enjoyed it, but I was so angry and so filled with frustration and rage that I was just like, nope, 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 nope.
Well, maybe you can eventually revisit it again.
I doubt it. Maybe one day.
Bleh.
All right, well, we're gonna get out of here, guys. We all have food that I want in my belly, and yeah. So this has been
I want your food
CrashCast.
in my belly.
Yummy. This has been CrashCast episode 4. Uh, have a good week, and I guess we'll see you guys whenever we decide to do episode 5.
Ta-ta!
So yeah.